Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be here tonight. My name is Penny Toner. I live in Grand Prairie, Alberta for now. My goal through all of this is to get back to Vancouver Island, where I find that is paradise. Um, I'm here to introduce Ricia Adair. Ricia and I have been friends for, 20, 25 years. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. We were in business together in another business over 20 years ago, and we worked together successfully then now. And so I know that any of you can count on her to be your mentor in this as well. She's lots of knowledge and she's ready to share it. She was ranked last year in all of Canada number 3, and she started the end of April. She has just celebrated her first year in the business, and she'll tell you how wonderful that's been for her and life changing in all respects. And she has also achieved the rank of president in our company, which is a very prestigious rank. Absolutely, absolutely. So please, from Manzanillo, Mexico, please help me welcome Ricia Adair.
Thank you, my bestie Penny. You did an amazing job at the introduction. Thank you so much, everybody. Please mute your lines if your lines aren't already muted, and we're going to get the party started. First of all, let's do a screen share. Give me a moment to get my technology happening here, and we're going to start from the top. Okay, Penny, can you see my slides? We're good to go. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Aha, thank you. Yes, as Penny mentioned, I'm Ricia Adair. I'm from Manzanillo, Mexico. I am a Canadian. I've lived in Manzanillo since October of 2023. As a matter of fact, we moved in here exactly on my husband's 70th birthday in the pouring torrential rain. And we had sold everything in Canada to buy our dream home, and it is a little mini resort. We've got a villa on the bottom level, Villa Jenny. Then we've got a villa just above it, Villa Rosa Maria with ocean view. And we live in the upper 2 floors. We're on the hill overlooking beautiful Santiago Bay. And that is our beach, which is 14 kilometers, roughly about 9 miles or so. So let me tell you a little story. We had looked at this home in January of 2023. We looked at it twice. The other realtor rushed us through it, gave us like all of 40 minutes both times. And then we decided through memory and all the pictures we had taken that we're definitely going to buy it. So months later in July in Canada, there we are doing the close. And then we finally sell our place and we move in October. So, since we originally saw the house in January as compared to what it is in October, were two different stories. The house was unattended for months and months, and you shouldn't do that to a house anywhere. But leaving a house unattended in the tropics can only lead to bad news. The pool was covered in algae. The pool pump had broken down. The garage door opener had broken. We had a heck of a time pulling our truck in the torrential rain. Um, oh, the things I could tell you. The doorknobs are falling off. I learned the word salitre, which is a disease in the concrete, and the concrete starts falling off the walls. It was really, really something. And then I'm going to throw in as well that we bought high because of those beautiful villas that we could insure our pension income with a little bit of rental income. Okay. This is, of course, long before we knew about Partner Co. And so, what had happened with all of these repairs that needed to be done and people coming to rent for the upcoming season, the winter season coming up, we went through $50,000 like it was butter going through our fingers. I'm going to throw in that our lawyer had stolen $23,000 of our closing costs. So, if I wanted to get the title, I had to get another $23,000 from somewhere so I could reach title. So I ended up with a serious case of shingles because I was so stressed out. I ended up with a couple of dog bites that got infected. I got a UTI that wouldn't go away. I got really fat. And no matter how many times I walked that beach, swam that ocean, up and down the stairs of the villa, I couldn't lose it. So I went to see Dr. Tom, and Dr. Tom, he was quite concerned. He said, Risha, after my investigation, it appears that you have a serious case of FFB. Dr. Tom, oh Lord, what could FFB possibly be? He says, you're fat, you're frumpy, and you're broke. And I went, okay, let's get on with this. Lord help me. And along came that call, April 17th, exactly 1 year ago, that changed my life. Friends of mine, Chris and Joni Budd, Canadians who live in Costa Rica, phoned me up and they said, have you seen my Facebook posts? because I've been posting about these drops and it's amazing. People have been responding. They want the drops and their lives have started to change. And so she explained more about how these hormonal body balancing drops would change my life because she saw my pictures that I was getting pretty fat. And my first thought was I had no money. I had no money to buy the drops. My second thought was, where can I find the money? How can I make this work? And my third thought was, steal the money out of your massage budget because I was having bi-weekly massages.
Who got the
Take
lawyer still
money.
talking 3,000?
Oh, I don't know. This fucking bitch.
Please mute the lines. We've got some lines open. Just a minute, please. Okay, there we go. Where was I? Right. So I found enough money to buy 2 boxes, and that was my start. 1 box for myself and 1 box to sell. I followed Joni's posting system. It's called System of Growth. It's so easy. We just post on Facebook, sharing people's testimonials and how the drops have changed their lives. And there's thousands of us, thousands and thousands. These drops have been on the market for a long time. So I had no shortage of transitions and photographs to share with people. And soon enough, very quickly, people started to respond to me and said, I want these drops. And better yet, I want to be a business partner so I can buy them wholesale. I'm going to fast forward. I had several one-year dreams. Penny, my beautiful co-host, can attest I'm the goal queen. And this was my one-year goal that we actually realized in 7 months. And that was a brand new fridge. So excited. The lady in the middle is my full-time housekeeper. We have a gardener. We have a pool guy now. Our lives have changed so much. And you know what? I'm going to admit I'm in love with an appliance. I really, really love my fridge. Another thing that came true was all of our walls were bleach white. I wanted to get some Mexican color in there. I hired professional crews to come in and paint our house. We had a shade pergola on the bottom pool deck that was to the point of dangerous. It was starting to collapse from rotten wood. We had to bring in a crew and these special tropical woods from another part of Mexico. So that building was a $5,000 structure just to make that repair. We were able to celebrate in 7 months also a motorcycle for my husband. He was pretty happy about that. And then in December, we had a small earthquake that led to 6 more earthquakes that caused total pool failure. Our pool was leaking. We had guests that were coming in January 2nd. I needed to make that phone call to say, guess what? We're really excited about you coming, but guess what? The pool isn't working. Thanks to Partner Co. and this amazing business and just sharing the drops with others, we were able to expedite a crew to get our pool up and running. We enhanced it with some lights, which we're really excited about. And we had the new pool celebration party on the 14th of January. So now pinch me, because at the end of December, there was a big deposit of lifestyle credits into my account, which meant I could transfer them into a trip to Punta Cana, a 5-star vacation, which is coming up very, very, very soon. In fact, I received enough lifestyle credits from the company that it qualifies me for 3 trips altogether. So you've heard about how my position of broke changed drastically to not broke. Well, let me share with you now some photographs of how I went from fat to not fat. This is a picture of transition that happened in only 13 days. I lost a few inches, 6 pounds, but look at the inflammation. It's amazing what happened. The picture on the left was taken at my going away party in Vancouver Island when we were saying goodbye to our house there. And the picture on the right was taken after being on the drops for 3 months. So you can see my own individual transition. I suffered a lot from arthritic pain in my fingers, my toes, my lower back. I also had plantar fasciitis. Today, I can't even share with you a paper cut because I'm just so healthy and I feel like I'm 35 years young. I owe it all to Darren Zobrist, John Wadsworth. They came together, they bought several companies with stellar products and formed a company called Partner Co. Simply Better Together. We just celebrated our 2nd year anniversary. And along the way, in the last 12 months, I've learned so much about what happens to your body when you're out of whack, when your hormones are in a joyous circus ring. Mood swings and low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, especially the sugar stuff, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness and fatigue, weight gain. I'm going to invite you to have a look at all these pictures and put a mental check beside each one. How many of them affect you right now? Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 7. I've had some people that say, give me all 10. So we're going to share with you some products that are amazing, amazing that you're going to feel. You're going to feel younger. You're going to feel like more energy. You're going to feel like you're having better sleeps, and you're going to feel lighter as you get on the scale and you see that you're down several gene sizes. Products that balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, and increased energy. That's the number one thing I hear from people when we talk about the drops is their increase in energy. Immunity health, reduce the inflammation, nutrition, collagen for healthier organs, healthier skin, better sleep. We all know that a better sleep last night means better decisions tomorrow, right? Gut health, healthy gut, healthy life. Athletes love our products because they perform better. Stress support, clean energy drinks. If you combine all of our products together, it's multi-billion-dollar industries. So again, thanks to the team at Partner Co. It was critically important to them that they had products that were created by doctors, backed by science, but most importantly, clean ingredients. Thanks to Dr. Strand and his scientific staff, Dr. Pina. Dr. Pina is one of the most renowned gastro doctors in the world. He's from Mexico City. Dr. Ray Strand is a well-known author. He's known all over the world, along with Brett West, the senior director, and in my opinion, the most researched individual on the Tahitian noni. They've got a whole team of scientists that oversee 215 published clinical studies, as well as annual quality tests over 1,000. Dr. Crystal Bance is our Wellness Council president. Brett West, or rather Kristen White, is our athletic council. We have a lot of athletes that enjoy our products. What got me excited was the fact that I can sit at my little computer. Yes, at that point, I still had my Wi-Fi bill paid. It was a little scary, back and forth dicey, but we're able to do business in over 50 countries. It's completely transparent. I'm able to build a business and become, this week I'm number 4 in Canada, and number 1 in Canada lives in Costa Rica. So we've got identity proof that, or not identity proof, but we've got evidence that you can indeed build a business digitally. We have, I'm just going to mute the lines here. We've got lines open. Please mute your lines. Thank you, everybody. It's a little distracting when you come on board and there's background noise. Thank you very much. So this is as easy as it is. Let's say you love what we have and you say, I'm going to post. I want to share these great products with my friends. Someone from Italy sees the post, ask about the drops. You send them a link. They purchase the drops. The European office fulfills the order. Next Friday, you get paid. It is that transparent. There's no international licensing involved, no international tax numbers. It's fabulous. I love it. Let's share with you some of the products that we have. Lucime Sincerity Breathable Skincare Mask has been on the market for over 2 decades. It is an amazing product. As a matter of fact, I used it today when my friend Annette had itchy shoulders, probably a reaction to the sun, rolled on the skincare mask, itch gone. It's amazing. It's great for the old battle scars, for acne, for wrinkles, for anti-aging. It has all those things. It's great for burn victims as well, created by a team of dermatologists. Our friend Marlene had a serious case of, I believe it was eczema on her legs. After rolling the skincare mask for just a few weeks, her legs completely returned to normal without the discomfort that was connected to her situation. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite products is the noni and collagen. Again, too, you need to keep your organs healthy. You need to keep your skin healthy. Recently, my father-in-law was here. He had a bad fall. His 92-year-old skin, paper-thin skin, ripped open, and the doctor at the hospital had a dickens of a time sewing them back together. So you want to make sure that your skin is healthy starting today. Noni is one of my favorites. There's always a bottle of Noni Max in the refrigerator. Let's talk about noni. It, to my knowledge, is the most efficacious fruit in the world. The best noni comes from the French Polynesian Islands, from Tahiti, because there is a strip of volcanic soil that lends to extra nutrition and fertilizer to create the best noni in the world. So let's talk about what the noni will do for you. It promotes overall health and wellness, supports a healthy immunity system. So if you feel anything coming on, power dose your noni, 3-4 shots, and it's going to put that army of soldiers completely surrounded your body, stopping any of those germs and viruses from kicking in. It's certainly going to boost your energy along with endurance. How about going up and downstairs with your knees not screaming in pain and promoting better mobility as you get in and out of that fancy sports car? Supporting a healthy cardiovascular system. Our heart is so important to look after, and it helps fight harmful free radicals and protects against oxidative damage. Powerful adaptogens support balanced stress response and supports mood balancing effects. CJ Sense was just recently on our call. This particular poster is bragging on how good he looks after being on the drops. But a little further on his story, his doctor had told him, your liver is in such serious condition, you better get your affairs in order. And John Wadsworth, the owner of our company, his father actually gave CJ a bottle of Noni Max and said, drink this. He continued with the Noni Max, and it was in a very short period of time before his liver, with the cooperating labs, returned to complete normal. And that was years ago that he was told to get ready for talking to Jesus. So again, the Noni Max is a powerful product. We're not here to attest and claim and profess anything. I'm just sharing with you testimonies of real people. The Nutrify line was created by a team of doctors. The probiotics, again, Dr. Pina, the leading stomach doctor in the world. These probiotics are loaded with the prebiotics, the probiotics with billions of strain. It's even in its own special bottle that it doesn't have to be refrigerated, so it's great for traveling. The Vinali in the purple bottle is our best seller out of China. And because it is so loaded in vitamin C, it's going to help you with that saggy skin after you lose your weight. You want to stretch your skin back. So it also is going to boost your immunity system. And many, many people have said they no longer suffer from the allergy symptoms, from especially now with summertime, hay fever, and all the rest of the things that go along in springtime. So the Vinali is a great product. Omega Q, the best of the best for your brain and your heart. Amplify for added energy in your brain. The optimal M's, the minerals, optimal V is for vitamins, and these are for your eyes, your lungs, your muscles, your blood. It's an amazing group of nutritious support because it just isn't in your food anymore. Let's talk about the BOA. When I was suffering from my arthritis in the very beginning, my question to Reese Antley was, what can I take? Because my fingers and toes really hurt me. And remember, I lived my life in flip-flops, silly little flip-flops. And he said, Ricia, you got to get some MOA. So in the second week, I had made a paycheck and the MOA was what I ordered. After 3 weeks, I noticed a significant reduction in my discomfort. After 6 weeks, I had zero discomfort, zero. So many people love this product specifically for pain, for inflammation. This lady had an ankle surgery that went south on her. After taking the MOA for a short time, she's got back to being pretty feet again. Again, the MOA is so helpful for any kind of joint inflammation and suffering that you may have. Again, we're not making any claims. It's just these seem to be the testimonials that are coming in. So every now and then you're going to want to have a little bit of a cheat. And when our whole program with the Drox is about a low glycemic diet program, and I'll share that with you because it's certainly not limited and you're not going to go hungry. But every now and then it's going to be someone's birthday, you want to go for Italian food. We introduce sugar stop into our bodies, and what that does is significantly reduces the sugar from spiking your blood in sugar, in white sugar, and also the carbs, the sugar created by carbs. So the Sugar Stop is an amazing product. It's a great daily product because it's so loaded with fiber. Now let's talk about my morning breakfast. And I recommend you get a box of or the bag of Pure Nourish and put this into your shopping cart because one, it's delicious. Two, it's loaded with probiotic, prebiotic. Three, it has so much nutrition that if all the food should disappear tomorrow and you had Pure Nourish, even if you mixed it with water, you would have plenty of nutrition to keep yourself alive. I like the taste of cocoa. It is a power boost blend. So I put cocoa into my blender. I add my berries and it makes for a fabulous, fabulous morning breakfast. It keeps me fed for a good 3 hours. Giving Greens is the equivalent of 2 pounds of groceries going into your body with a little scoop. Sprinkle it on your salads, put it in your shake, put it in your stir fries. Again, a great product as well too. All clean ingredients, I want to stress to you. And now I'm so excited to share my favorite product next to the drops is my Renew. I call it the Fountain of Youth in a box. It helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. I've just got some background noise here. I'm just going to mute some lines. Okay. So this product has 2 international patents. There is nothing like it anywhere in the world. It is formulated to trigger HGH, human growth hormone production. When we're rising to the age of 30, our bodies are creating HGH like crazy, preparing us for family, giving birth, etc. And then we start to decline. Well, having human growth hormone promotes deeper, more restorative sleep. So that's one of the number one things people tell me about Renew. It increases your libido, stamina, and pleasure. It marries so well with the drops because it reduces body fat, increases lean muscle, and helps lower cortisol production because you're sleeping so well. Promotes youthful looking skin and hair, improves mood and energy, improves cell regeneration. So again, this is such an amazing product. And if you're anywhere over the age of 40, you need to be taking this Renew for all those reasons well, it's an anti-aging product. It's the best, in my opinion, on the market. The drops. Our flagship product is the drops. The drops were created over 12 years ago. Well over 1 million bottles have been sold. It's all natural, safe, and effective, stimulant, and hormone-free. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone. It's clinically proven, doctor recommended, clinical abstracts, so much science behind this product. And what it will do for you is this. It's going to curb your hunger and control your appetite. And I celebrate 12 months of no white sugar, 12 months of no sugar in my program because it eliminates your sugar cravings. And, you know, at one time I was addicted to cigarettes. At one time I was addicted to alcohol and I cold turkey both, but I couldn't give up my cherry pie. And now with the drops, I don't want the sugar. It is going to help balance your hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol, which is critically important. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you're going to feel more energy and younger and helps you stay motivated. There's ashwagandha rhodiola in the product, so it helps with stress and stabilizing your mood. Clinically proven to support your thyroid and help maintain blood sugar levels, helps with brain clarity. People say their brain fog is lifted, memory improvements, and basically you're going to lose weight in your entire body. I hear incredible testimonials every Monday, every Thursday. Over and over, I say these are the miracle drops. It is not a lifestyle. It is not a fad. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle. When we were kids, and you were hungry, mom said, go to the garden and grab a carrot. She didn't say, here's 10 cents and go buy cheesies, right? Well, I'm kind of dating myself with that one. But you know what? It's back to clean eating. And they always told us to exercise 5 days a week. And they always told us to drink our water. So I'm telling you the same thing. And this is our meal program. It's an approved food list. The proteins, all the animal proteins, the fish proteins, the shrimp. I had shrimp for lunch today. It was delicious. All the plant-based proteins, the sea vegetables, the fruits, the healthy fats, you're not going to go hungry. And start looking for the results, and they happen quickly. Jane Storch out of Victoria. Look at the difference in this lady, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. James Laponce, my goodness, the guy on the right, he looks like a younger brother of the other guy. Yes, guys, you have hormones too, 47 pounds in 4 months. Dr. Crystal lost 162 pounds, battling with weight gain all of her life, autoimmune disease, couldn't ever lose it. That was 6 or 7 years ago that she's lost that weight. And the beautiful lady, I just was on a speaking tour with her. She looks like that lady on the right as she did 6 years ago. Tracy out of West Virginia, big, big, big transition. Athletes have greater performance with our products as well. Katie, a 30-day transition. You can see the big difference there for her. Maggie out of Fox Island, Washington. Picture paints 1,000 words. Julie Park was very sick when she was introduced to the drops. As a matter of fact, she was married to a doctor at the time and she was ill, 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 ill. She came on board with the drops, cute and sexy, sexy as a button, and now she's very successful with her company as well too. There's so many miracle stories. April out of Oklahoma. The Hublers have a physical therapy clinic. Josh tore the science apart on the drops before he would recommend to any clients at his clinic. Well, after being totally satisfied with what he had been proven and what he had read, he said, we're all in. You can see the difference in the Hublers' faces. They have 5 kids, and yet they accelerated to go to senior officer in just 4 months. And a senior officer is a position that receives a weekly check with a comma. Sheila Peltier, wow, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when Sheila shared her story that she had recovered from chemo and radiation, and the drops had given her life back, including saying goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey was on my call not too long ago, and he told his story about Lyme disease, not getting any help medical in the US, and the drops helped him get back to normal and lose a bunch of weight too. Selena Kirby out of Bells, Tennessee. She had serious blood pressure problems, diabetes problems. She's no longer a diabetic. Her blood pressure is completely regulated. She looks like she's 35 years younger. And this is Risha and Ashley, friends of mine. Ashley wanted to take the drops specifically to lose 15 pounds. And she was suffering greatly from menopausal symptoms, including night sweats, those anxious moments where you want to hurt your husband, the hot flashes. Well, she found that the drops quickly looked after that. And I want to remind you, 1 billion women are going into menopause this year. There's a lot of people that we need to reach out and help. Reese thought it was some kind of snake oil, so to prove her right, he said, you know, I'm still going to drink my Dr. Pepper and my box Oreo cookies, and I'll take these drops. Well, Reese released his addiction to both of those nasty things, and he lost 65 pounds along the way, too. Our beautiful co-host, that was Penny, 1 year ago in July. She was very ill, very fatigued, sleeping all the time. She had colon cancer and 5 operations. One didn't seem to correct the previous. And she did say yes to the drops. That's our beautiful Penny. You could see her picture on the right, the transition that happened for her in just 2 short months. And Penny, I'm so glad that you said yes. Jerry Wyndham lost 12 pounds, but he also lost the shakes. When he holds the soup spoon going up to his lips, he no longer has to hold it steady with the other hand. I mentioned that to Mike, and Mike's my husband, and he said, you know what? I don't have the shakes anymore either. As a matter of fact, I don't have acid reflux and my migraines have gone. So it's amazing what people are experiencing when their body gets back into balance. Rachel Kemp had trouble getting rid of her baby fat in just a few short months. She's back to looking great again. Brenda Tchaikovsky, she's one of our Canadian heroines. She's lost well over 100 pounds and she's become very successful with the business as well. Barbara McCubbin, my dear friend out of Maryland, she went from a chubby size 16 to a beautiful size 7. And we just had Colleen Braden on the call not too long ago. You can certainly see through the pictures the transition that happened with Colleen. And that all happened in less than a year. Valerie St. Jacques is our brochure poster girl. She went from a jumbo jeans to a beautiful size 6 skinny jeans. Let's talk now about Advantage. Advantage is a new product that was recently launched, and I'm pretty excited. I've got a great story on Advantage, but first let me tell you about it. The drops are going to promote overall weight loss, while Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and your hips. Dr. Ray Strand says weight gain around our middle is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. So what are the advantages? It increases calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner faster. It helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips. Helps increase metabolism, so you burn more calories. Activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. So I'm now on Advantage for about 12 days. And I had a skinny bicycle tire just above my hips there. And I noticed today that it's down really about 25% at what it used to be. So this product works. It's really exciting to see your body melt away. Let's go to our testimonies. I want to bring forward from Lee's Summit, the state of Missouri, Nancy Monaghan. Have a look at her picture. What a fabulous transition. That lady on the right looks super, super healthy. I'm so excited to hear your story, Nancy. Please
Hi.
unmute yourself and come forward. Wow, look
Hi.
at you. You're even thinner than your other picture we just looked at.
I'm trying. I keep on, it's not hard anymore. It's because feeling so much better is the right thing.
It's the
Um,
right thing. Yeah. So
I
how
don't,
did you get introduced to the drops? Tell me that.
from one of my friends, Laura Turner, she had been posting. I know you've heard that story. Um, and I watched it cautiously for a while. I had already kind of started thinking about changing my diet. My body was very, very sick, as you saw how inflamed it was. I was diagnosed with lupus and with Hashimoto's thyroidism. My blood work was atrocious. My inflammation markers were off the chart. My body was just attacking itself. And February of 24, I turned 60, and I said, I looked at my husband and I said, I gotta do this. I want to live a lot longer with you. And he and 100% joined me in all of this and trying to get healthy and came across the drops and everything just knitted together. My healthy diet was going. I was drinking water. Now I'd added these drops and my body just started working. And my friends, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I feel better. Yes, I've lost 50 pounds. And yes, it is joyous. And that I didn't realize that life could be back to where I don't even remember when I felt this good. Um, it's such a blessing, and I am just pumped to keep on going and keep on getting healthy and live a long time with my husband and enjoy my kids and my grandkids. And I mean, I have it all. So
It's a whole different outlook on life, isn't it?
certainly is. I just feel I have my life back.
Oh, fantastic. What amazing testimonials. So tell me, Nancy, what is your second favorite product?
Oh, I would say the Renew. It
Okay,
definitely.
what's that? Tell me about that.
Well, I'm not a sleeper. I was not a sleeper. And everybody said, okay, the Renew's your thing. So I started taking it. And I will say, it took me a little bit, to get it going and stuff like that. And now I sleep, where I was at 3 to 4 hours a night, I'm a solid 6 and above. Um, and I think it's helping my skin. I think it's just bringing lots of things, your goodness to me, so to speak. So
Fabulous.
the Renew, I will say, I'm leaning in hard on that, along with my drops. I think that they've given me a lot.
It's so hard to make a choice because all the products are so good.
I know I was going to say Advantage too, but
Yeah, awesome. Nancy, thank you so much for joining us on
thank you.
tonight's call. It will be recorded, and I'll certainly get a copy of the recording to you. Thank you again, and blessings out to you, and congratulations on your success.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're going to move on to Charisse Teahan. Charisse, are you in the house with us tonight? Come on board, girl.
Hi, good to
Hi,
see you
Charisse.
there.
Thank you so much for joining us on the call tonight.
My pleasure. No.
So tell me, you're from New Mexico, is it?
Right. You're in Old Mexico and I'm in New Mexico.
Yeah, there you go. Fabulous. And tell me your story. How did you learn about the drops?
Well, as you had seen earlier, Dr. Crystal, who's on the Health and Wellness Council, she's a friend of mine, and actually she was my chiropractor for years. And then I was watching her when she was over the 300 pounds, and then she was, went down to 156 pounds. So I was like, okay, I want to know what you're doing. So I found about these drops from her, and I'm going to show you a picture. You can see, I don't know if it's, there we go.
Okay, okay, there we go. Yes, yes. Yeah,
So
wow. You
that
can see in
was
your face.
yep, that was last year at the end of January. And by the end of April, I had released 45 pounds. And you know what that did to my sciatic nerve?
Tell me,
I don't
what
have
did it do for
sciatic
you?
pain. Oh, I don't have sciatic pain in my back anymore. My knees, I can actually bend down, pick up my grandkids. My ankles aren't swollen. The first thing that
Wow.
happened, the very first night, I slept so well, taking these drops right here,
Hmm.
and I slept so well. I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt this good since I was in my 20s. I was pinching myself. And then I've had hot flashes. I'm 66 and I've had hot flashes for 30 years. Not just, I meant burner, flaming hot flashes, night and day. And within a week, I didn't have hot flashes at all anymore. Matter of fact, I actually wear socks now, which was crazy, It was always flip-flops all the time. But I've been pretty healthy, had some inflammation. I did increased energy, just off the charts energy. My cravings for sugars went down. Of course, I don't really crave sugar so much. I'm more of a spicy girl. In New Mexico, we eat lots of green chili and jalapenos and spicy things like that. So, but the just, not being really hungry as much is just phenomenal. So the appetite control, of course, hormone balance, the decreased inflammation, and just in, pretty good mood all the time, just pretty stable. And then I moved up to officer in the company as well, and just helping as many people as possible that I can who are just having phenomenal results and sharing with it on Facebook. And just the results that everybody's having, people getting off medications, A1Cs. My husband's A1C went from 8 down to 5.1, and he got off Manjaro and some other medications, and he lost weight as well. Of course, he lost it much quicker. He just, dropped it, which,
Yeah.
that's great. That's fantastic. The guys can do that. And he's doing really well. And then, so for 4 months, I did the program. And then my favorite is Limu, which you didn't
Hmm.
share that tonight, but the Limu, the nutritional drink, and the Venali, which is the strongest vitamin C. And I tell you, I don't get any colds or flus or allergies or anything, just doing fantastic. So for I did have an incident which happened in February 17th of this year. I didn't even have a primary doctor or anything, but I was kind of passing out here and there. So I was like, what the heck's going on? So I went to had a stress test done, and was on it 2 minutes. And next thing, they're air flighting me out to another state to go get a pacemaker put in
Wow.
into my heart, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And actually, it's a condition I've had all my life. I wasn't aware of it. It's the wiring in my heart. It's called right bundle block, branch bundle block. So it's not the plumbing, it's the wiring. And I always just had a slow heart rate, but I just thought that meant I was healthy. So anyway, I get the pacemaker put in, and I'm uh, being released from the hospital, discharged, and the two cardiologists, and even Christine Dingman, she's one of our other ladies in the business. She was there with me in Grand Junction. The two cardiologists, they're saying, we have never had anybody this healthy in our on this floor before, ever, as you are.
Wow.
They're like, what are you doing? So I had the opportunity to
Wow.
share with a cardiologist, right? And if I would not have made that decision in January last year to do these drops, you know, all you do is Just do this, put it under your tongue. And there's 2 bottles, so you do that twice a day, and then you just change your meal plan with the foods that you have. You don't have to go out and buy anything special. Just use what you have. You don't have to do organic, and let these change your body and change your hormones and your thyroid and get your body in balance. We are all fine-tuned machines that God made us to be, but when we're putting diesel in our gas engines, things aren't working properly,
Yeah.
and then, the check engine light keeps coming on and we're like, oh, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Well, I found out I wasn't doing good. I thought I was, so
That's a
but thank
great analogy. I love it. I love it. We're going to have to move on, Charisse. I'm going to have you back definitely in our special guest speaker spot and celebrate your success as an officer. What an amazing testimonial, and congratulations on being healthy
thank you.
and being able to withstand that surgery and coming out of it healthy. Awesome. Appreciate you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much, Charisse. Couple of amazing testimonials from Nancy and Charisse. And these two ladies, they come on board to our calls, and I don't pre-rehearse with them. I don't know what's going to be said, but every single time I say to you, these are more than just 20 pounds. These are our miracle drops. And like Charisse said, God gave us a miracle machine. We've got to put the right juice into the gas tank or into the fuel tank. Otherwise, you're going to end up in trouble. So how do you get the drops? That's the number one question. Well, you can become a customer and buy retail, but why would you want to do that when you can certainly get a better value? And I am going to promise you, like they did to Charisse, like they did to Nancy, like they'll do to Tonya, our guest speaker coming up, with myself, everyone is going to ask you, because you're looking so much better, what are you doing? And as human beings, we like to share a good thing with others. We're going to say, well, I'd be taking these drops. Well, tell me about the drops. Well, why not receive a paycheck from our company, because they're just waiting with thousands of commission checks to send out for our referral business. You get every single tool you need. It's a one-time $29.95 in the United States, one-time $37.95 in Canada. And we help you completely get set up. I do want to remind you, as an income disclaimer, depending on your passion, your determination, whatever skills that you currently have or choose to build on is what's going to determine your personal paycheck. Nowadays, we live in an era that we've never lived in before. It's an era that you can post on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and people respond to you and say, whatever you got, how do I get it? And that is what's consistently happening. As a brand partner, you're going to get 30% off in retail profits. So when you buy a box of 4, a box of 10, a box of 20, a box of 30, you're going to be able to make a minimum of 30% profits. In the United States, a 4-pack is $371. Keep one for yourself. Post on Facebook. You'll find the other 3 fly out of your social media site in no time. You'll profit minimum of $222. On a 10-pack, you'll be profiting close to $800. So again, too, it's that simple. In Canada, a 4-pack is $465 under brand partner pricing. Keep one for yourself. Share on Facebook. Let the other people in the world know that you've got it. Make a profit of $240. It's that easy, and you get your product for free. We'd like to help you get to what we call the ultimate top pay position in our company by promoting 1,500 points, which is roughly about 30 boxes over 30 days. Canadian profits is about 2,500. US profits is about 2,700. And we're going to teach you how to get to ultimate very quickly. In fact, you can do that right out of the gate. So in social media, in the last 1 year, I have had over 11 countries join my team, and it all happened from social media. There's an international market waiting for you too. We have a program called Boards. Our leaders have been so gracious to upload our social media system of growth, into Boards, and it's basically a filing system in the cloud. Social Media Week 1 has 14 testimonials in it. We're going to post twice a day. When people ask questions, you go to Text Strips for Drops, and all the answers are there. If you know how to copy and paste, You can just plug in and play our system of growth. It is that simple, and start posting on your first day. I posted Rick and Crystal, who together lost 210 pounds. You think that didn't get some results when I posted? It's amazing. Everybody out there is out of balance and everybody is looking for something. So the first thing, activate your position with 200 points so you're eligible to receive commissions. Again, to repeat, a Canadian 4-pack is 200 points. A US 4-pack is also 200 points. Sweeten up the deal by getting yourself a box of Renew as well. The Renew is 1 month, and otherwise you have a 4-pack in Canada, 4-pack in the US. So you're looking at a way of getting into, it's an entry level of being able to provide yourself with some drops, have extra for inventory to share with others, and have that Renew, which is such a great product. In the US, the more you buy, the bigger the discount. In the US, you're able to get 10, 20, and 30 packs. So the higher the pack in volume, the lower the unit cost. So that's why I want to bring your attention to a 30-pack. Your unit cost goes as low as $77, and you'll be selling it anywhere from 167 to 176. So it's a good profit margin for you, right? You're looking at profits of $2,700. Show me a brick and mortar business that you can do that without really any kind of background, university education and all that kind of stuff, and be able to do that in your first 2-3 weeks of being in business. It is that impressive and that easy. In Canada, there's different ultimate kits that you can get. This particular one, you can pick and choose your products and also keep what you'd like for yourself and share the others with your friends and family so they can enjoy these great products as well. You're looking at profits of about $3,100 if you chose this kit. We were voted the best compensation plan in the industry. So many companies say, we have the best, we have the best. Well, guess what? We have the proof that we have the best through Business for Home magazine. We are paid in 9 different ways. We talked about the retail profits, getting 30% and being able to make an instant profit. Of course, a 10 or 20 or 30 pack is going to give you a higher profit if you're in the US. I want to share with you a new volume bonus, and this happens to me all the time. Mary sees the presentation and she says, you know, I'm not going to buy retail from you, Ricia. I want to be a brand partner. I'm going to pay my $29.95. I want 2 of those 10 packs, and that's 1,000 points. So if you had purchased a 4-pack, you'd be activated at the 15% level. You would make $150 on the 1,000-point volume of Mary's purchase. But if you were ultimate, you would make double the top pay. $300 on that very same transaction on Mary's purchases of her first 4 weeks. So what you're looking at here is being eligible to make the top pay. Once you reach ultimate, you always hold that position for the rest of your career with our company. You don't have to requalify, and you'll always be at that 30% level for every new brand partner you introduce to the company. You'd like to keep your position qualified for earning commissions, earning those lifestyle credits we talked about as well. So you can sell or purchase 100 points of product. There's so many to choose from. Roughly, it's about 135, 145 in the United States, roughly about 175, 185 in Canada, depending what you choose. A lot of people choose drops so they can continue either with their own personal use or to increase their inventory. But there's so many other great products to experience with, and I recommend try each one because you'll have your favorites in no time. We have another way we get paid. It's called base pay. And base pay is a formula based on all the activity in your business. And when they put this formula together, you earn 15% of the activity happening in your business. When that particular week adds up over to $250 of base pay, you will earn an extra 15% put aside in what is called a savings bonus. When that savings bonus collects up to $10,000, you're going to get that magic phone call from the company to say, congratulations. The following Friday, you're going to earn 10,000 US dollars. For the Canadians on the call, that's a lot of money. So to all our Americans on the call, that's a lot of money. We have Chris and Joni who unlocked their 10,000 bonus in just 8 months. Jerry and Allison just unlocked theirs. Reese and Ashley had a house fire and now they've got their $10,000 bonus. That's going to help them rebuild their home. Kim Gray and her family are celebrating as well. There's also a lot of people that celebrate cashing in their lifestyle credits and going on these amazing princess and prince vacations, 5-star treatment the whole way. Last April was Tahiti. There was a lot of people that went. We earn lifestyle credits from doing what we do. We sign up new customers, we sponsor new brand partners, we do our monthly subscription, we rank advance from team leader to senior team leader, etc. Every single thing that we do with our company, we get lifestyle credits that send us on these amazing trips. Last July was the Bahamas, and coming up very, very soon, right around the corner, which I'm so excited about, is Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. And shortly after that is another trip in June going to Bali. I was at a convention in Orlando last September. There was 2,100 people at the convention. Over 800 of them did the fancy dance across the stage celebrating their success. There are so many people in this company enjoying success because we have the best of the products that people want, and we have a system that's easy, that's duplicatable, and that works. And now it gives me great, great honor to bring on board officer from Oklahoma, TONYA KELSEY. TONYA has become our poster girl. She's indeed one of our slides when we share testimonials as we post on Facebook. And I'm pretty excited because, well, TONYA and I are going to be roommates in our upcoming Punta Cana trip. So you think we're going to have some fun together? TONYA, I'm so excited. There you are, girl. There you are. Welcome to our call, and thank you so much. It's late for you, and I appreciate you staying up to be with us today.
Of course. Thank you so much for letting me be on the call and asking me. I'm super excited. I'm so excited to be here with y'all, but I'm also super excited to go to Punta Cana.
I know. We're going to have some fun. Bring your polka dot bikini.
That's
Now that we have figures for bikini again, right?
I might be past a bikini.
TONYA, tell me your story. I heard it months and months ago, and I want our audience tonight to hear it. You have a fabulous story. How did you get introduced to the drops? Tell us about it.
Okay, so September of 2023, I had gone on a trip to see our daughter in Denver. And while there, I really and truly just did not feel good. I had lots of inflammation in my face and in my left foot. Oddly enough, it was very swollen, just very on the top of my foot. I was 50 years old at the time, not in the best mood because sometimes 50-year-old women are not always happy people. And so just had lots of struggles with that, low energy, all the menopausal things going on. And I came home and told my sister, I said, I've got, oh, sorry. And I also was carrying around 30 extra pounds. And so I came home from that trip and I told my sister, I said, I've absolutely got to do something. And she said, well, I'm going to do these drops. So I said, well, I'm doing the drops too, because you're not getting skinny without me, because sisters don't do that, So, she and I kind of started the drops together. She's a big old bully, and she said, just make a post to share. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I was very adamantly against this business and sharing all of that. But like I said, she's a bully. And so I did. I made a post. And you know what I found out, y'all? There's so many people just like us. There are so many men and women struggling with their hormones, struggling with releasing weight. They don't feel good. They're tired. If they're menopausal women, they're also having hot flashes and night sweats and brain fog. And so, in making that post, number one, my phone blew up. And that was with my very first post. So I took Facebook on the journey with me. I didn't know if these drops were going to work or not. I didn't know anything about these drops. I knew they were homeopathic, and that was it. They could have been snake oil, though I probably would have taken them because that's where I was at. But I went ahead and I just took Facebook on the journey. So as TONYA released, I think Ashley Rowland has the picture of 12 days in for me because, in that first picture that you saw initially, my face was literally circular. I just had so much inflammation. But 12 days in, I had released 6 pounds, not a huge amount of weight, but it did cause my face to come down. It was just crazy, the comparison in 12 days, all just in my face. And then, at 2.5 months, I was down 22 pounds. And then at 4 months, I had reached my goal. And so as I took Facebook on the journey, I sold more boxes of drops. In my first 4 weeks, I sold 60 boxes of drops. So that's two of those 30 packs you were talking about earlier. So if you add up the amounts, that's a lot of money to make just starting a business and you don't even know what you're taking. You don't even understand, at the beginning how any of this works. But that is the cool thing about this system is that it's duplicatable. You don't have to know anything. Within that board app you shared earlier, it has all the information. I remember panicking when I had the first person reach out to me and say, "What are these drops?" And I texted my sister. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, people are asking me, what do I do?" And she did like what many of us do. Use the answers in the boards. They're all right there. But anyway, so that's kind of my story. I released my weight in 4 months. I stopped taking the drops because I just wanted to see, does this really work? Am I going to have rebound weight gain? Didn't have any rebound weight gain. However, I am a perimenopausal woman and I need the drops right now. Okay. I'm a happier woman. My husband likes me better. I like him better. It's all good. So, it's a win-win with the drops right now. I don't take them for weight loss anymore. I just take them for balance. But I'm a year out from releasing my weight, over a year, and I've had no rebound weight gain. How many people do you know that release weight? They put in all of that effort only to gain it back. And you don't do that with this system because this teaches you a lifestyle. And that's a word I used to roll my eyes at, but it truly teaches you a lifestyle that you can carry throughout the rest of your life. But the cool thing is that while I shared my journey, I sold boxes of drops. I collected customers that then became brand partners, that became a part of a team that continues to grow to this day. So this is the biggest blessing that I was adamantly against, that I wanted nothing to do with. But oh my goodness, I'm the wife of an amazing husband for over 30 years. We have 4 beautiful children that are all married, and we have 2 grandbabies. And so I'm a nurse, I'm an RN, but I've been a stay-at-home mama for 21 years. So Tonya has how much retirement? A big old goose egg. Because, while I have all the blessings of raising these beautiful children, I do not have retirement. And that's what I'm working towards now. I'm working towards building our retirement because, when you're 51 years old and you're looking like, is this amount going to last us? It changes your thoughts. So this has been blessing upon blessing, super easy, probably the easiest thing I've done. Like I said, with those 4 kids, they all live in different places. I have one that lives in Oklahoma, 2 that live in Texas, and 1 lives in Tennessee. And so to see them, we have to travel. And I love that I can travel and I can still work and make money all from my phone. You can't get any better than that. Getting healthy with a pay plan, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, I so agree with you. So what about Punta Cana? Isn't that the craziest thing? You do what is required to build a business anyway, gather customers, teach others to do the same, support your customers, rinse and repeat. And now they so throw you on a 5-star vacation. Isn't that
I
crazy?
know. I just am so, so excited. And I don't know. It's like a dream. That's what, whenever we had a Zoom call, sharing about the trip and the itinerary and some clothing options and all the things. And I just remember sitting there. I was like, oh my goodness, like a dream. Every time they showed us something more, I was like, oh my goodness, it's a dream. And it's one that we don't have to pay for. It's,
Yeah,
it's a free dream.
I know, and everything's included in all these beautiful restaurants, and for those that drink, they can have all that liquor and all these activities, and oh, they've got so much planned for us. It's really
I
exciting.
know. It's so exciting. And I'm super excited that you're my roommate. I can't wait to learn all the things from you.
Oh, we're gonna have a working trip. Oh, we're
Well,
just gonna
I might
snorkel
I
and
might
see.
ask some questions and ask for help for this too.
Of
It'll be
course, of
fun.
course. I'd be delighted to offer whatever assistance I can. Tonya, thank you so much. You've been one of my idols, and it's just so
Oh,
lovely to have you on our call. Thank you again for staying up past your bedtime, and what an amazing testimonial. And On behalf of all the people whose lives you have changed, I'm going to say thank you for making that first post.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm just honored. I'm thankful and humbled to be here. And we have the most amazing job ever. If you ever lose the joy in helping people, then this may not be for you. But if you find joy in helping people feel better and get their health back, oh my goodness, this is the biggest blessing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tana. We're gonna wrap up right now, and God bless you. Safe travels to Punta Cana, and I will see you there very,
Sounds
very soon.
amazing. Sounds amazing. Thank y'all so much.
Wow, yet another great testimonial. So how will you know? How will you know if these products are working for you? Well, we've heard from Tanya, we've heard from Charisse, we've heard from Nancy, you've heard from me. You will have more energy from these products. You'll sleep better. You'll have an improved mood. Those anxious moments will be less and less. An increase in your libido, reduction in inflammation. So as Tanya mentioned, the puffiness on her face went away very, very quickly in a short period of time. You're going to be able to get your skinny jeans on and go on the scale and go, wow, look at me go. It's the easiest system any of us have ever done because it just falls off. Better elimination and digestion. One of my reps hadn't been able to go for something like 7 or 8 days. And after being on the drops for 2 days, she was able to have regular activity. Less brain fog, boost in immunity, and just an overall sense of well-being. The body gets you back in balance. That's what these drops will do for you. So in full swing, as we went through tonight's presentation, you heard the different testimonies. You've been thinking about yourself. What about those other people in your life? Your brother-in-law, your cousin, your sister, co-workers. Every single person you know is suffering from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 of these symptoms. And we have what it takes to help them. There's a lot of people on a lot of medicines that are creating a lot of side effects. We have something that can definitely help them get well. In closing, are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? A 1 is the person that would like to buy the drops. Retail, nah, I'm from Winnipeg. Nobody buys retail. 2 is I want the drops and would love to become a brand partner customer so I can save money. We love our 2s. We absolutely do. 3 is the person like Tanya that says, okay, I want to get on this health and wealth train and create a retirement income and ride. Actually, I think Tanya is a 4. Do we have any 4s out there that want to ride this big all the way to the top? Because I'm telling you, folks, if you want to get over that mountain and you take a Volkswagen, you may get there. But if you take the Ferrari, I know you'll get there much faster. And that's what we have with Partner Co. Live the dream and have that time freedom, because that's what it's all about, right? Having that body you love. My friend Annette and I went shopping in Manzanillo Center today, and it was so fun trying on dresses size 9. Like, wow, I haven't been a 9 since in grade 3 or something, right? So enjoying that financial stability. So when your pool crashes in, you've got the extra money to blow it back up, or not blow it, but build it back up. Have that community of friends. I'm constantly meeting new people in this business, and we're so quickly a family. And that's what it's all about. We're a very, very positive group of people. Have those luxury experiences. Enrolling is easy. We can help you decide which kit. It's so easy. I want to say to you, I've had a 1-year anniversary. I was fat, frumpy, and broke 1 year ago. We were in serious dire straits. At one point, we had $60 in the bank. We didn't even have enough money to put in gas to drive our guests around and show them Manzanillo. 1 year later, my life is absolutely different. I'm healthy. I'm thin, into a size 9, feeling great. And all repairs that need to be done around the resort, I can do it effortlessly. If we hadn't had Partner Co, we would have had to shut down our resort business side of things. So I'm ever so grateful. So now is the time for you. Things can happen for you in very, very short order. I want to say thank you for everyone for being on the call with us. I want to say thank you very much to Penny for being our co-host, and certainly thank you to Charisse Teahan for being our guest tonight, to Nancy Monaghan for another awesome testimonial as well, and to beautiful TONYA KELSEY, thank you so much for being on the call. To all of our brand partners who come on board to support the call, thank you. And to any guests, we can stay on the line for a few minutes afterwards and answer any of your questions. I call it the coffee clutch. If any of our guests wanted to hang around and listen for questions and maybe help us answer some of them, I'd appreciate it. And I want to say happy Easter Monday to everybody. This is Ricia Adair signing out.